Hello, welcome to Change is Good. In this video, we're going to be hunting through $12,000 in $1 bills and $5 bills. In front of me, I have 15 $500 bundles of $1 bills. I've also got 9 $500 bundles of fives. We're going to be looking for fancy serial numbers, star notes, web notes, birthday notes, printing errors, you name it. I'm going to be going through one block at a time. 5 bundles is a block. In order to save time and keep the video from being too long, I'm just going to hunt one block and do a recap of what I found in each block. So I have a total of 17 blocks, you could say. This one's only got 4 bundles, but hey, what can you do? We'll count it. After I get done, I'll do a recap of each block and continue on. Well, let's get going. All right, the first 5 straps of 5s have been hunted. The first strap was a bust, but it had an almoster on it. Serial number 7742277. Had that 4 been a 2, that would be a sweet note, but it's not. So I'm going to take it back to the bank. If it only had 4s and 7s, that would be a binary, a generic binary note, and those do have a pretty good premium, typically around $10 to $15. Strap number 2 did have an older note in it, 2003 series note. They don't make these anymore and haven't for a long time, but kind of a cool find on it. But there were also a couple other finds. Found a birthday note, 1995, February 23rd. It's in the European format with the year before the month and the day, but this is okay. I keep them in either format, either month, day, and year, or year, month, and day. It's not in the best shape, but I'll take it. I also had a star note, a 2013 series. The print one on this one was, let's see here, it was 3.2 million, a very common star note. When you're looking at star notes, you're going to look at the run size, not the total printed. The total printed is all that is the total amount printed for the L district in that series. The run size is what matters. If you have a low run size, it's a rare bill. Ignore the top number. It is irrelevant. If you have let's say you have a 500,000 print run with a total printed of over 10 million, there's still only 500,000 of that bill. All the other number is the total amount for that prefix for that Federal Reserve Bank in total. That's all that means. The run size determines the rarity of the bill. All right. Bundle number 3 had no finds either, but it had an almoster on it. This one had 4 leading ones on it. If it had 5, I would keep it, but 4 is not quite. It's before my cutoff point. I won't quite keep those. They might sell for a little bit of money, but I'm not going to keep it. If it's 5 in a row, I'll definitely keep it. Strap number 4 had a couple of almosters. 5078, 5074. Had that last 4 been an 8, or that first 8 been a 4, that would be a repeater, but it's not. Another almoster, 3324233. Had that 4 in the middle, again, had it been a 2, that'd be a sweet note, a binary. Again, a 4 next to some 2s ruined it. Also found a 2021 star note. It's also a common print run of 3.2 million. And bundle number 5 had 3 finds. It was the best bundle of all. A star note from 2017A series. It's a lower print run of 640,000. Good note. Lower print run, not necessarily rare, but it's below $1 million, so it's definitely worth a little bit more than the typical note. Typically, like $5 star notes will sell for about $7, $8 a piece if they're common. This one might be closer to $8 or $10. Also found 5 trailing 3s. That's a good find. Those typically sell for around $10 to $12, 5 in a row. I'll keep 5 in a row or 6 of a kind, but that's my low ball. And the find of the hunt was in the last bundle as well. 66445533. That's a fancy serial number. I wish the 4s and 5s had been swapped. It would be like a like a paired reverse ladder of 66554433, but hey, what can you do? I'll take it. Now we're going to go start on the last 4 bundles of 5s. Let's see what happens. All right, just got done hunting all those last 4 straps of $5 bills. Strap number 1 had 1 common star note in it. Not in the best shape, but it is what it is. It also had a pretty close almoster on top. 0355 666 6. Had that 3 been a 0 or that 0 been a 3, that'd be a sweet note. The second strap had a couple birthday notes. September 20th, 2015. Recent and in decent shape. Definitely a keeper. Next one was 2005, October 14th. Not in as good a shape, with a little bit of staining, but you get what you get with this hobby. Strap number 3 had another star note. A little bit over, I think it was 1.2 million print run. Still common, but not quite as common as the other one. Last strap had a couple of almosters in it. A near radar with this note, 10535301. So close, but not quite. Had that 5 and a 3 been swapped, either one of them, it'd be a radar note, which means it would read frontwards and backwards the same way. Also found nearly 4 pairs, 7911, 2299. Had that 7 been a 9 at the beginning, or that 9 been a 7? That would have been a decent find. But as is, that strap was a bust. In total, we found 1, 2, 3, 4 common star notes, 3 birthday notes, 1 lesser common star note, 3 birthday notes, and 2 fancies, for a total of 10 finds in that hunt. Now it's time to start the ones. We've got 75 100 count bundles to go through, so let's get going. This is going to take a while. All right, the first 5 straps of the $1 bills have been searched. They were hot, I'll put it this way. Strap number 1 had a fancied note in it. It's got 2 triples in a row, 6s and 1s, plus an extra 1 at the end. So it's I'll call them a fancy trinary. Now this is a low ball, low end find. I'll keep anything that's got 2 triples in a row in it. I did find a few more of these in this hunt, but these are usually, $8 to $10 to $12 bills whenever you find them. Found a couple of star notes. This one was common. This had a 3.2 million print run. This one was not common. This one had a 250,000 print run. I'm going to show what I'm looking at on the Starnote website. Here's that note. 250,000 print run. It's a sheet note, which means it was replaced early on in the printing process before they're split up into packs. Notice how the total printed is high. This number has 0 bearing on the rarity of the note. I've heard people online say it has an effect. It does not matter what that number is. What matters is this number right here. Okay? This number is the total of this run. This number is the total of all K 2017 star notes together, combined, all the runs together. This is what matters. So if you find a note with 250,000 or less, that is considered a rare note. That has a pretty good premium. This one's in decent shape. These can sell for quite a bit of money, relative to the other ones, usually at least $10 to $20. Just depends. If they have a fancier serial number, they'll be worth even more money. But this is a rare star note, a true rare one. Of course, they can't get rarer than this, but I'll definitely take it. Bundle number 2 had a triple in it. Sorry, a double triple in it. Some would call it a low serial number as well. 3 zeros and 3 sevens. I wish that 39 had been a 7 at the end. 2 sevens. But as is, 2 triples. Not a bad note, not in the best condition, but a keeper. Another another star note. Common, 3.2 million print run. Bundle number 3 had a cool date. Now, when you find notes like this, I recommend going online and looking up to see what this date entails. And notice how it's 1861. And what was going on during 1861? Well, the Civil War. And I live in an area where a couple of battlefields are at. So this kind of note will actually be valuable to, in my area especially. This note right here, October 25th, 1861, was also the first Battle of Springfield in the American Civil War. If that's not cool, I don't know what is. That's definitely a keeper. I also found another star note. Another common 2017 AB series. Had it been a 2013, it still wouldn't be within that duplicate run, but got close. The fourth bundle had 3 star notes, 2 common print run, and 1 lesser print run of 640,000. It also had what I call a tombstone note, 1911 to 1981. Had that 8 been a 1, that would be a binary repeater. It would be a 1911, 1911, which would be a whole lot more valuable of a note possibly. But as is, these typically sell for, honestly, for about $20 to $30. I've been seeing them sell for $30 on a regular basis lately. People do have a need for these sometimes. There's a market for them. Last bundle had 2 triples in it again, 3 6s and 3 8s. Someone call that a lucky, unlucky note with 3 6s and 3 8s, because 8s are considered lucky, especially in Asia. All right, first 5 bundles hunted. Now time to do the next 5. All right, we're back. Straps number 6 through 10 have been searched. First strap had 2 star notes. These 2 here, these are common print runs, just 3.2 million. And a pretty decent birthday note. May 16th, 1999. I'll take that. Not in horrible shape. Strap number 2 had another common 3.2 million print run star note. Strap number 3, another common star note. Strap number 4, 1 more common star note. Strap number 5, the top bill was this one. 4 or 5 leading 3s. Not a great find. This is like a low tier find for me, but I'll take it. As long as they're in a row, I'll keep it. Well, that's 10 100 count bundles searched. On to the next 5. All right, we just got done hunting the third block, bundles number 10 through 15. This bundle here had 2 common star notes. As well as 5 trailing 8s. Now, 8s are considered lucky in some cultures, especially in Asia, so this note would command a little bit of a premium. 8s and 7s are the best too, and 1s as well. This bundle also had another good find. A trinary radar, 91066019. This is a great find. Not in the best condition, but considering the numbers pattern in this one, this would be worth a little bit more than the usual one, just a little bit. The 6s and 9s help, and the 0s, because those are considered flipper numbers. The 1s kind of ruin it, but that's still close enough. It's a good note. It's probably worth around $20 to $25, maybe a little bit more because of the numbers. The second bundle in that strap had 3 star notes, all common print runs, 3.2 million. As well as the birthday note, 2021, August 24th. It's not a bad find. Fairly recent birthday. The third strap was epic. 5 star notes. I believe that's a tie for my record in one strap. There are 3 common ones. Don't get excited. These are 2017 B series star notes, although they're not quite high enough of a serial number to be in the duplicate range. This one was a 640,000 print run, and this was a 500,000 print run, so pretty scarce one there. The last 2 bundles each had a common star note, but this fourth bundle had a couple of almosters. 1999 series with 44811744. Had that 7 been an 8 or that 8 been a 7, that'd be a pretty nice radar note, especially on an older bill like that. And the same bundle was a 21462143. So close. Just 3 more notes. That would have been a repeater note. A repeater note is when the first 4 numbers match the second 4 numbers. It's been a great hunt so far. I don't know how many star notes I've found so far, but it's been a lot more than 1 per bundle. It's going well. Let's hope this continues. Got 60 more $100 bundles to go through. Let's get going. All right, we're back. Just got done hunting block number 4. The first bundle had 2 common star notes on it, or in it. The second bundle had a rare star note, 250,000 print run. That's a good find in pretty good shape. Bundle number 3 had a common star note, 3.2 million print run. Bundle number 4 had a common star note, 3.2 million print run, as well as a somewhat fancy bill. 5 trailing 3s. I'll take it. It's a low-end find, but it's usually sell for around $8 to $12. And the 5th bundle was a bust, but it had a Where's Yours bill in it, so I'll take it. On to block number 5. Keep going. All right, block number 5 has been hunted. First block was a bust, although we did get close to finding a radar here. 1124, 4122. Close, but no cigar. Block number 2 is pretty good. Found 2 common star notes, 3.2 million print run. A 2001 birthday note, November 7th, 1954. Not in horrible shape, but it could be better, but it's an older note. It's okay. And a pretty cool find, I think. Anyway, it's a new 2021 series note with the date June 9th, 1876. If you go to Google and look up what happened that day, it was the Battle of Prairie Dog Creek, also known as the Skirmish at Tongue River Heights, or the Battle of Tongue River. It's part of the Great Sioux War and happened on June 9th, 1876. So if you're into history, that's a pretty cool find. The third bundle had 1 common star note. Bundle number 4 had a common star note and a semi-fancy 3 5s and 3 3s. This is a low ball of what I keep, but I do keep these. 4th bundle was a bust, although it had a nearly decent radar or ladder note. 1 3 4 5 5 6 7 7. Had there been a 2 between that 1 and 3, that would definitely be a keeper. So that's block number 5. On to block number 6. Let's see what we find. All right, block number 6 has been searched. Bundle number 1, complete bust, nothing in it. Bundle number 2, on the other hand, had a great find inside. If you know what that is, you're in the loop. This is a 2013 B Series star note starting with a 07. This is a special note. The serial number on this note was actually printed twice at both the Fort Worth and the District of Columbia printing facilities. This one, as you can see, a little FW right there. It's a Fort Worth note. It's printed later on. These fetch between $20 and $30 a piece. These are great finds. These are one of the biggest chase pieces I have. I think this is the 50th one I've now found in my hunts. So it's a good one for me. Bundle number 3 had 3 consecutive star notes. I believe the tellers did it like that, but they're all common print runs. They're at the top of the bundle. Bundle number 4, complete bust, but a couple almosters. 1531, 1355. Had that 5 of them been a 1, it'd be a radar note, or that first one been a 5. That'd been pretty cool. Also found 1341, 1345. Almost a repeater. Last bundle had a common star note with a pretty cool serial number on it, though. Decent trinary, but a common print run. All right, off to block number 7. All right, block number 7 has been searched. Bundle number 1 was a bust, but it did have an almoster on the top. 3817, going forward and backward, 3813. Almost a radar note, but not quite. Second bundle had 2 star notes. Both are common print runs. Also had a pretty cool fancy serial number. 4 6s and 3 4s. I wish that last 7 had been a 4, but it's still a cool trinary. Worth keeping. Bundle number 3 had 4 trailing zeros note. These are typically pulled out by the BP employees. So I keep them. If there's at least 4 zeros at the end, the more the zeros, the better. I found a very pretty high serial number. This is the highest one I've ever found that I've noticed. 959999874. That's the equivalent of finding a low serial number with a serial number being 126. So that's a pretty good find. And a common star note as well in that bundle. The fourth bundle had a common star note. And the last bundle had a close call on it. Almost 6 ones, almost 7 ones. That last 2 at the end have been a 1, I would have kept it. And a 1981 A series note. I typically keep anything 85 and before. The reason I mean, they're old enough to me. Not everybody keeps anything, post 70s, but I hardly ever find really decent condition 81s or 83 and 85 series. So I tend to keep those years and before. You only invest $1 in them anyway. So, all right. That was block number 7. Off to number 8. All right. Block number 8 has been searched. First block had 2 star notes. First one was common, 3.2 million print one. This one, on the other hand, a rare star note. Pull up the star note website and show you. This one has a print run of 250,000, which is considered rare. The total printed is 500,000. What that means is there was another run of 250,000 as well in this series with the suffix E for that Federal Reserve Bank. Although this total printed is low, it doesn't affect the rarity. This is what matters, the 250,000. That's a really good find. I think that's the 4th one that's been a 250,000 print run so far in this hunt. That's great. Third bundle had 3 common star notes here and a cool date. It's January 17th, 1896. What happened then was the 4th Anglo-Ashanti War fought by the British at the Ashanti capital Kumasi. A foreign war, but still a cool find. I'll keep stuff like that. I'm sure there's somebody out there who would actually want that. Plus, it's in pretty good condition. Third block, or I should say bundle, had 2 common star notes and a really cool low serial number / birthday note. 4 leading zeros in 1991. It's in pretty good condition. Typically, a low serial number like this will sell for $10 to $15, or maybe $8 to $15. This one, on the other hand, is a year as the last 4 numbers, so it would actually be worth a little bit more to somebody, probably $20 to $30, especially in this condition. Pretty good shape. The 4th bundle had 3 common star notes. The last bundle had 1 common star note and an almoster, which I put on top. 0381, 0380. Man, that's why currency searching is so frustrating. Sometimes you get a lot of that stuff when you hunt currency. Okay, off to block number 9. Block number 9's been searched. First bundle, a bust, but almost a binary note on top. Close, but no cigar. Bundle number 2 is almost a bust. Didn't find much in it, but I did find a pretty cool date. It's November 12th, 1879. This is actually the date that Ulysses S. Grant went to Chicago on the end of his world tour. So it's kind of more related. I guess he was a general. I'm going to keep that because I do like cool date bills, and I think they're an untapped market, to be honest with you. I think there is an untapped group of people who will actually collect stuff like that. Bundle number 3 had 1 common star note, 3.2 million print run. 1 less common star note, 640,000 print run. And yet another radar note. And it's also a birthday note in the future. 1302-2031. So someone has a birthday on February 13th, 2031, and their initials are LV. They'll want this note. Stay tuned to see what happens several years from now. Bundle number 4. 1 common star note And another, I wouldn't say famous date note, but a significant date. This is actually on August 8th, 1928. That's when Fort Pierce hurricane reached landfall in the United States. Cool enough for me to keep. And the last bundle was a sweet one. Had four fines total, one common star note, one 640,000 print run star note, so less common. And of course, the money makers, the duplicate B series star notes that have been duplicated. This is also a DC note, so they tend to be worth a little bit more, usually around $25 to $30. That's a great find. And pretty sweet error bill. Now, I know a lot of you out there look for what's called a gas pump errors, but this is a true gas pump error. I see these by the dozens in my hunts, if not probably by the hundreds, that are not quite as extreme as this. But this one is so extreme that, as you can see, the ink is starting to fade. That's what you want to keep. The other ones, I know people sell them for a few bucks a piece, but this is significant enough to actually for me to keep it. I've never kept one of these before until now. This was good enough with the ink starting to be weak, so that's what I'm looking for. All right, now we're getting to double digits on the blocks. Number 10 coming up. Well, block number 10 has been searched. Bundle number 1, a bust, but it did have a Where's George note on top. Bundle number 2 had 2 common star notes here, and 1 relatively low serial number star note with a 500,000 print run. It's not in the best shape, but it's just got a decent print run on it. Bundle number 3, 1 common star note. Bundle number 4 had 1 fancy, 4 zeros and 3 sixes, a decent trinary. I wish that 4th beginning had been a 0. Then it'd be a better note for sure, and a low serial number and kind of, questionable number. And also a pretty decent birthday note. 1993, May 30th. In not too bad a shape. The final bundle in that block was a bust, but it had an almoster on it. Had there's 5 7s been in a row, or that 0 been a 7, that would be a heck of a find. But nope. Off to block number 11. Well, block number 11 is done. It was pretty lean, but not terrible. The first bundle was a bust, but it did have a decent trinary in it, but I'm not going to keep it. Second bundle had what's called a tombstone note, 1902 to 1996. Basically, someone would represent someone's birth year and their year of death. Those typically sell in good condition around $30. Third bundle, complete bust. No star notes in all 3 of the first bundles. Fourth bundle was a little bit better. 1 common star note, 3.2 million print run, and a fairly rare star note, 500,000 print run. That's definitely the find of that entire block. Last bundle had 1 with 4 trailing zeros. I'll definitely keep that. And an almoster, which I'm glad it's not. 2042 and 2092 going backwards. Almost a radar, but with a big ink smear on it. So I'm kind of glad it wasn't. All right. Off to lucky number 12. Okay, we're back. Block number 12 has been hunted. First bundle, complete bust, nothing to speak of. Bundle number 2 had a pretty good star note. 2017A D series star note with a 500,000 print run. Pretty scarce and in pretty decent shape. Bundle number 3 had a star note, a new one, a 2021 series, but a common print run of 3.2 million. A dual date note, 2000 and 1966. I'll take it. Kind of like a reverse tombstone note. Bundle number 4 had 2 common star notes, 3.2 million print runs. And the last bundle had the find of the hunt so far, in my opinion, a radar note, 4231 1324, almost a ladder as well. So close, but hey, it's pretty good. Decent shape as well. Also had a decent trinary I threw on top of the bundle. Not the best, but almost a radar. Thought I'd mention that. All right, off to block number 13 now. Let's see what happens. Okay, block number 13 has been completed. The first bundle had a couple of star notes in it. Just common 3.2 million print run star notes. It also had a decent trinary. I almost never keep trinaries. Just occasionally. This one had a good enough eye appeal. I decided to keep it with the 0 being at the end. I thought it was just barely worthy of keeping. If had it been in the middle of the note somewhere, I wouldn't have kept it. Second bundle had another common star note, 2021 B series. Bundle number 3 had another B series 2021 star note, common print run, 3.2 million. As well as a pretty low serial number. 4 leading zeros. That's the line I draw. If it's got 4 zeros or more, I'll keep it. And a birthday note, February 11th, 1955. A newer note, but it's been circulated a little bit, but not too bad. Bundle number 4 had one common star note, 3.2 million print run, and an almost repeater, 17668766. The last bundle was a bust, but had almost another repeater, 4389. 1,000 bills to go. Block number 14 coming up. Okay, block number 14 has been hunted. Bundle number 1 had a common star note and a somewhat fancy note. I haven't never kept these before, but I've noticed there's actually been a market for them. 04047373, kind of a hybrid with pairs. Like I said, I've never kept these before. I have found them, but I'm going to start keeping them, especially when they're in decent condition. They do have a bit of a premium on them, strangely, but they do. Bundle number 2 had a common star note with a tear in the center. Bundle number 3 had a high serial number, 95996728. If I didn't explain it before, ones especially, they only go to 96 million as far as the serial numbers go. Anything after that is typically used to print the sheets of bills that you can buy that are uncut. So basically for novelty purposes, but that's how high they go, is about 96 million on ones, especially nowadays. Bundle number 4 had 2 star notes, one common print run of 3.2 million. Another one, this one here, had a print run of 250,000, 250,000. This is a good note. In pretty good shape too. Also had a kind of a cool looking trinary on top, but not cool enough. Had that 9 in the center been a 0, I would have kept that note, but not quite. Fifth bundle, as seems to be a trend, was a bust, but it had an almost radar, 0304, and going backwards, 0504. Close, but no cigar. All right, now down to the last block. At last, the final block has been hunted. The first bundle was a bust, but it did have an almost radar in it. 7620 going forward, 7650 going backward. Close, but not quite. The second bundle was also a bust, but did have an almost radar note in it. This would have been a sweet one. 4788 going forward, 4188 going backward. It also had an almost repeater in it. 9174, 9177. Just 3 notes before that would have been nice. Third bundle was better. Had a pretty cool trinary on top, but not cool enough for me to keep. Also had a couple of star notes. This one's in pretty rough shape with some stains on it, but it's all right. It's a common print run, 3.2 million. This was a 2013 B series star note, but it's outside the duplicate range, unfortunately. A little bit too late. 3.2 million print run on that one. Also had a decent miscut bill. It's just right there on the border. It's off center enough. I'm going to keep it. It'll probably have a little bit of a premium, worth a few bucks extra. And the fourth bundle had a common star note, 3.2 million print run. The final bundle also had a star note, 3.2 million print run. That's majority of what you'll find when you're doing bill searches. All right, I'll be back in a moment with a recap. All right, the search is finally complete. Here's a recap of what we found. Here at the top, we found 5 star notes on $5 bills, 4 common print runs, and 1 640,000 print run. Found 2 fancy serial numbers, 3 birthday notes, and here on the ones we found 68 common print run star notes, 4 640,000 print run notes, 4 500,000 print run notes, and then 4 quarterland print run notes, and as well as 2 2013 B Series duplicate star notes for a total of 82 star notes in total. Of course, those there, the duplicates, are what I'm really looking for in the lower print runs. We also found 2 low serial numbers, one of which was a year, 1991. 2 high serial numbers, one of which was 95999. That's a good find right there. We had 13 birthday notes or dual date notes, 2 notes with 4 trailing zeros. We had 1, what I call a hybrid, 04047373. 2 fancy trinaries, as I call them. I normally don't keep trinaries, but those were just good enough where I kept them. We had 3 double triples, which means 2 triples either somewhere in the serial number, like 555, 333. We had 3 5 in a row notes, 2 4 of a kind plus a triple, 3 radars. The one on top was my favorite, I believe. Almost a ladder. It's so close. And then we had a couple of minor error notes. That one with the gas pump error with missing some ink. And this one is quite a bit miscut. And we also had 1 older build, 1981 series note, Series A. Not in bad shape considering how old it is. For a total, altogether, we had 128 finds altogether, which comes down to about 1.5% of all the notes that were searched that were kept. That's about average. I found a few more star notes than I normally find in a hunt. I usually find a little bit less than 1 per bundle of 100. This was a little bit more than 1 per bundle. I had some good bundles. This is a good hunt. Well, thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, support the channel. Like, share, subscribe. You all know the routine. Thank you so much for the view, and happy hunting on your next hunt.